Edible Oil Direct is an independent, family-owned company that was established in 2004. Peter O'Hara is its managing director. Tell us about your company and what you do.
What we do here is we retail cooking oils, all types, to the catering trade. We then, when those oils are finished with, we collect those oils. We bring them back here, we refine them, and we turn them into a biofuel, which is sustainable for all types of applications. And that is the company in a nutshell, so to speak. Basically, we are very much into the renewable energy, and the company was based on a closed loop philosophy. And that closed loop represents something that has a starting point and has a finishing point. In other words, a complete cycle.
Why did you decide to set up Edible Oil Direct?
I wanted to get involved with something that was going to help the environment, which is going to help like CO2 emissions. So that was my first stage, and the starting point was selling edible oil, which eventually would turn into a biofuel.
Can you explain what makes edible oil sustainable?
The fuel that it's going to be, the biodiesel as we call it, is very much sustainable. Then in the fact it lowers the emissions levels, there's hardly any CO2. It's also a very good lubricating factor for engines, and the solvents within that biofuel cleans engines. And therefore it really is something for the future, or we hope it is anyway.
How do consumers benefit from using sustainable fuel?
Well, apart from obviously the environmental side, which is on the emissions and the low CO2, it's the benefits. It helps the pocket as well. The government have allowed a differential on duty of 20p, and therefore that 20p is passed on to the consumer.
How has edible oil developed since it was set up?
We've been going now for 7 years, just over 7 years, and it's been rapid growth. You know, starting from me in a little van delivering oil, we're now approaching a 5 million turnover per annum. That is going to grow next year. We employ 15 people, and we're hoping to introduce another 2.
How do you see the future for the company?
The changes are happening all the time with the business since we first started, and I think it's very much the changes are pushing us rather than us pushing the changes. One of the things that we need to do is to try and convince the OEMs, which are the car manufacturers and the truck manufacturers, that biodiesel is a sustainable, clean fuel. We're also looking to expand the business. The business needs to expand. And again, it's not a question of us pushing to expand it, we're being pushed to do that. We've bought a premises which now occupies well over 14,000 square feet. So we're able now to introduce a new biodiesel line, which the extra demand from next year for biofuels from our major customers, and also to portray a better image of our business to the likes of the OEMs. So the future does look bright, and it looks green.